Hi, Masters. A very good morning going to all. So, Omega Pyramid Dallas, PSSM Corporate, and Pyramid Valley International Bangalore. Welcome you to day 204 of our Stillness Beat, a daily dose of meditation and wisdom, Masters. So, let's start today's session with 45 minutes meditation. I invite Sharath Uti Master to guide us into today's meditation. Welcome, sir. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, madam. Hope my audio is okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's begin. It's always good to start with the silence. Let's take 12 seconds to be in silence. Okay, the method what we are going to use is Ana-Pana-Sati Meditation. Steps are very simple, which are on the screen. Sit in comfortable posture, clasp your fingers, cross your feet, close your eyes, and be with your natural breath. Now, before closing your eyes, withdraw from everything. There is no requirement of any control you need to have. That is the last hurdle to progress in meditation. Without you knowing, you want to control. So don't control anything, let it be very natural. Be the observer. Observer of stream of breath. So before we close your eyes, check the awareness. We are checking the awareness so that we will not be disturbed by it. Acknowledge any background sounds, any presence. Now slowly close your eyes, gently. Now scan your body from head to toe. See if there are any sensations. Let it be. Relax your body. Don't try to have any control. That's the reason why we have to relax. No control required. No control leads to full mastery, full control. So you have to be losing control first. Relax. Bring your focus to the breath. The stream of breath, like sitting beside a stream of water in the river. Don't alter it. Just observe. Relax. Very rapidly from the count of 10 to 1, you will anchor yourself to breath. just watching your breath. 10, 9, be very sincere. 8, be with your breath. 7, 6, don't chant, don't count. 5, 4, no expectations, no visualizations. 3, 2, lose yourself, no control. 1, anchor yourself onto the breath. Exclude everything else. Cut everything else. Be with your natural breath. Relax. Let go. Be with your breath intensely for the next 12 minutes, Masters. Relax, no control. Just observe your breath. breath changed its form. It has become subtle, shallow, consciousness shifting to subconscious, the soul consciousness, the astral body. Continue observing your breath. Go deeper, relax. Please let go of any control. Just be with the breath. Witness anything which comes and move on. Don't judge. Do not analyze. There is abundant energy. Let's heal ourselves, masters. Let's heal others. Mentally repeat the following affirmations sincerely and take responsibility. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Say to yourself firmly that I will be impeccable with my words. I will not take anything personally. I will not make any assumptions. I will do my best at all the times. Continue in this state for a few more minutes, masters. Absorb everything. One more minute. 30 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your palms together. Keep it on your closed eyelids. Slowly open your eyes to here and now. Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, the art of going beyond consciousness. Never heard of this, right? So, if you want to go beyond consciousness, you should learn to lose control. Losing control means having control. Very contradictory, right? In English, it is called oxymoron, figure of speech. So we say lose control to gain control. So to do that, we do it very subconsciously also. We control everything. We want to control the outcome. We want to do like that. We want to do like this, right? So that is the last hurdle in the progress of meditation. So don't try to control anything. Be with your natural breath. Thank you very much for meditating with me. Over to you, Bhavani ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Sharasa. That was a wonderful deep meditation. Thank you so much for guiding us. Welcome back, Masters. Hope you all also had a wonderful meditation. Now it's time for us to get into the next segment of today's session, Wisdom Sharing by Prithvi Master. Welcome, Prithvi. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening. And thank you, Sharat. Thank you all for meditating. Yes, we were looking at the dance of opposites. Yesterday, we looked at purity. We understood actually what purity is, how important it is, and what it is not, because that was most important. We thought purity in a very different way. And we got the real understanding of purity. But today, we are going to look at how do we arrive to that kind of purity. And there is one quality which will take us to that purity. And that is what we are going to learn today. So before we dive into that word and that quality, I would like to ask you all that as kids, we were born with something. As adults, we lost it. What is that? What is that we lost as we were developing our minds? And the more we got into the world, understanding the world, we lost something. What is it? Innocence. So that means playfulness. Yes, playfulness, innocence, almost same thing, I guess. Worry. As a kid, did you worry? And did you lose worrying after becoming an adult? No, right? It is innocence. So what exactly is innocence? Why do we call kids as pure? Why do we say kids are like gods? And what did we lose? Why did we lose the innocence? What happened as we got the knowledge? We are learning every single day. After every session, we are having knowledge session, knowledge sharing. We are gaining so much of knowledge. And what is it doing to us? Is it making us more innocent or more mind based being? That is the question, right? So let's see what exactly innocence is and how we are supposed to get back to the innocence of a child. We cannot remain like child. We cannot remain ignorant like child. We have to develop. We have to enter into the dance of opposites. We have to know what life is. Without that, if the mind has not developed, if a child remains like as innocent as it was born, we will say that it is a special kid. The mind has not developed. It cannot operate in the normal world. To belong to the normal society and the normal activities, we have to develop the mind. We need knowledge. But then how do we get back to that innocence is the question. So for that, let's see. So through innocence, we are going to enter the dance of opposites with grace. So as a child, you have seen that the moment the child is gets something, it is so happy. We just take it off from it, it starts crying, and we just divert its attention to something else, it will get diverted immediately. Even though when it is crying, the tears are still there. We make him laugh, it is laughing immediately. So there is no carrying of the emotion to the next moment. What that means is innocence is a wholeness of experience. It experiences the cry, it experiences the anger, it experiences the joy completely, without division, without carrying it to the next moment. The child is pure not because he lacks anger or he lacks desire. You're not telling that you should lose your anger, you should lose your desires. But the child has no mind to divide them into good or bad. He's simply being in that experience completely. So the child feels anger fully and it releases it also. The next moment, he's no more in that anger. Two kids are fighting and we make them compromise, we give them something. Next moment, they both are friends, right? They do not carry it forward. So that is the innocence that we need to rediscover within us. You might have heard of this story, Adam and Eve. In the Garden of Eden, they both were told that you can eat the fruit from any tree, but not from the tree of knowledge. They were given this instruction by the God. But they were curious. They wanted to know what exactly is in the tree of knowledge. And they went and they ate the fruit from the tree of knowledge. The moment they ate the fruit from the tree of knowledge, they became, they lost the innocence. Before that, they were undivided. As soon as they ate the fruit, they started to look at life separately. They started to see good and evil. They started to see divine and something evil, God and evil, shame and pride. All of this started to come into their lives. They started to cover themselves. So the innocence was lost, and the tree split the world into two. So knowledge is something that is actually creating division. But we have to understand how the knowledge needs to be looked at. Before that bite of the fruit, the life was whole for Adam and Eve. After it began to label every experiences. Adam and Eve started to label and they started to judge. They couldn't simply be with any kind of experience. So knowledge is necessary. Knowledge is very much necessary. A child must go to school. He must need to learn language. He must understand the world. But don't stop there. Knowledge is a bridge. It is not a home to just stay there. You should use the knowledge, but knowledge should not use you. You should go through the knowledge, then move beyond the knowledge. Osho says that move, go on moving. Don't get trapped in definitions. Don't get trapped in labelings. Don't get trapped in understanding. Knowledge is only a bridge. Don't think that I know and I will deal with things. If you are attached to your knowledge, you can never pass the bridge and go to the other side of the consciousness. The purity cannot be attained without going beyond the knowledge. So, if you see what is the difference between a child and the sage, the child is innocent because he doesn't know yet. He doesn't know the world. He doesn't know anything about the what is happening in the world. But whereas a sage, he knows everything. He has seen the world and he has gone beyond that knowing. And that is the innocence we need to get back to, like a sage. A child has never entered the maze, he has never entered the world. He doesn't know how to operate. But the sage has found a way out of this dance of opposites. One innocence of a child is unconscious. He doesn't know, he's unaware. Whereas the other, the sage, the innocence of sage is awakened. The one has not yet entered the world of division. The other has just passed through it, and he has returned to the dance of opposites, the world of division as a whole. That is innocence that we need to come back to. So innocence is not ignorance. It is a journey from unknowing through the knowledge and back to the wonder. So how do we get back to that innocence? Is to carry the wonder in life. You might have read hundreds of books. You might know a lot of things, but yet there is so much to know. There is so much of wonder in life. Can we carry that wonder every moment of life and just not be lost with the past happenings? That is what we need to actually look at. You just think about what happened last time when some conflict happened, when somebody criticized you, when some difficulty happened with another person. What really hurted you? Was it the criticism or the image about yourself what hurt? The child has no image about itself. Within moments, he is back to the laughing, the giggling, the ever bubbling joy, because he's not bothered about protecting his image. He's just running all around. But we keep replaying it. We are lost in that, protecting the identity, protecting the image. So we need to know that knowledge has created an identity for us. And every identity must constantly be protected. That is why we keep dividing life. And watch yourself, when someone praises you, immediately you want it more. When someone criticizes, you resist. Now you are dancing according to the others' opinions. You have entered the dance of others' opinions. They are deciding how you need to feel, right? So your peace has become dependent on the world. And innocence is the freedom from this dependence. When innocence returns, the division disappears. You are no more saying that this experience is good and I want. You just live in every experience as a whole being, be it light or dark. They are not enemies. Good and bad are not enemies. God and evil are not enemies. Osho says the moment you say you have to fight the evil, you are fighting the God as well. If you want to destroy the evil, you're destroying the God. You cannot choose life like that, because life is one continuum experience. You cannot choose love and and destroy the hate. If you see Buddha, there is anger, there is desire, there is hate, but that has got transcended. He's like the lotus coming out of the mud. The mud is still there, but it is not seen. All the emotions are there, but it has transcended into something very beautiful like a lotus flower. So all the opposites of life are one single energy. That is what Osho is saying. Light and darkness have become one. Life and death, love and hate, good and bad are just one energy. The only difference is the degree of the energy. In light, the degree of light is 100%. In darkness, the degree of light is 0. But they are one single energy. You cannot divide light and darkness as opposites. So once you start looking at life like this one single energy having different degree, your anger and your love are the same energy of different degree. You cannot divide them. You need to accept them. The moment you start looking at life and accepting the opposites as one single energy, the dance will never change. The opposites will always be there. The dancer, that is you, will change. The way you look at life will become more innocent, more wonder filled, more curious, more joy. You will start bubbling with the joy of a kid because you're not carrying that I need this, I don't want this, right? That innocence will come back to you. You return to that innocence. So just like the tree which doesn't resist the atom, it'll allow the falling of the leaves. It doesn't refuse the cold. It doesn't refuse the summer. It accepts every season. So acceptance doesn't mean you are passive about life. When you are totally accepting, that is when the growth happens. The tree grows because it accepts all the seasons, right? So can we do the same thing? Can we accept love and anger in ourselves and in another person completely as it is? Can we have courage and at the same time be a little fearful? It is absolutely okay. Accept the fear, accept the grief and joy with the same intensity. These are not opposites to be conquered. They are one organic unity. So when we have to say that we have to accept the man as a whole, because man is one organic unity. You cannot say, I accept the good in you and I don't want to accept the bad in you, right? Whatever the man is, whoever it is, however the man is, if we accept, the change will happen because change is organic. Change is really happening. You just have to allow the change. You are resisting the change. The growth is happening. You are resisting the growth through your judgments, through your non-acceptance. So embrace every season as part of the same living tree. Look at life without immediately calling it good or bad. And maybe that is what enlightenment looks like. It's not something extraordinary. Enlightenment is as simple as becoming so innocent that once again you can dance with the life. You can dance with the opposites of life, like a child, after even knowing how the world works, after even getting the knowledge, even after having all kind of experience, you can get back to the same kind of innocence like a child and dance with the life. So the child enters life without division, and a sage returns to life without division. So you don't have to be unconscious, unaware like child. You got to be like a sage who is returning back to life without any kind of division. And between these two, a child and a sage, lies the journey which we call as awakening. That is what we are going through now. And Jesus has always told, unless you become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of God. He didn't mean that you need to lose your knowledge. He meant that get back to the same wonder, same awe, same purity, same innocence. Because the child lives in the moment, experiences the life in its whole, in its completeness. And the next moment is so fresh, so alive, so joyful. So get back into that bubbling joy of a kid. And then you see how you enter into the kingdom of God. There is heaven everywhere. You don't have a choice. The way you live becomes so joyful. Wherever you go, you carry the energy of that joy within you. So this is an invitation, friends, to rediscover the innocence beyond knowledge. Let not the knowledge restrict you, because the moment knowledge comes in, the judgment comes in. So how do we catch the knowledge? Whenever you're judging something, you are going by your knowledge. Remember this. Any kind of judgment, any kind of comparison, any kind of opinion is coming from the knowledge. And innocence is to see purely the being above all the knowledge. So let us get into that purity and enjoy the dance of opposites. So with this understanding, friends, let us all intend for the day. So I request all of you to close your eyes. Let us all rediscover and tingle the child within us to get back into its fullest expression. Let us release all the labels, identities that we are trying to protect. Let us enter the dance of life with a childlike innocence and a sage-like awareness. Let us carry the awe, the wonder, the curiosity of a child. Let us be more present and experience every emotion completely, like a child. The moment you look at a child, there is a smile on your face. Invite that innocence into your being. Carry that pure, innocent smile. The moment anybody looks at you, they should connect to their childlike innocence. Let your eyes not divide people, circumstance, life as good or bad. Let it carry the innocence of a child. For a kid, there's no good and bad. There's no right and wrong. It looks at life in its wholeness. Let us be in that acceptance, in that love, in that compassion, despite of all the knowledge that we have gained. Let the child within us be alive. Let us be playful, humorous, fun-loving, dancing with the opposites of life. Because life is not something to be taken so seriously. It needs to be played like a game. So let us all look at life like a game and be playful like a kid. Carry this playfulness, this grace, this joy, this wonder every moment, friends. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, friends. Over to you, ma'am. Bhavani.
Oh, that was wonderful, Prithvi. Thank you. You explained so well. Thank you so much, Mike. I feel so happy from inside. Thank you. So, Masters. So, yeah, with this, let's end today's session. Let's see you all tomorrow, same time. Until then, have a good day and good night, Masters. Thank you. Thank you all.